Modern water is clean. It's filtered. It's treated. It's tested by the EPA. We're told it's better than ever. And yet, many Americans drink water all day long, 8 glasses, 10 glasses, a gallon, and still feel tired, depleted, strangely underpowered. The headaches persist, the fatigue remains, the energy never comes. So the question isn't whether modern water is clean. The question is, why did something so essential stop making the body feel strong? Leave a comment now. Do you drink water all day long but still feel dehydrated or tired?
When water built the nation, the water that pioneers drank. 1800s, American expansion. Settlers crossed the continent, built farms, built towns, built railroads. They worked 12 to 14 hours a day, under the sun, in the heat, with their hands. And they drank water from natural springs, bubbling up from underground, filtered through limestone, naturally cold, rich in minerals. Rivers and streams, clear, moving water, flowing over rock beds, not yet polluted, mineral-laden. Hand-dug wells, 20, 30, 50 feet deep, tapping into aquifers, water that had traveled through layers of earth, naturally mineralized. These people were strong, not because they were genetically superior, because the system supported them. Water, food, work, rest, everything aligned. If this already challenges how you think about water, like now. What that water contained. Pioneer water wasn't pure, it was complete. As water moved through earth and rock, it dissolved minerals, calcium from limestone formations, essential for bones, teeth, critical for muscle contraction, nerve signaling. Magnesium from dolomite and other rocks, required for ATP, cellular energy, over 300 enzymatic reactions, muscle relaxation, sleep quality. Potassium from feldspars and clays, fluid balance, heart function, muscle contraction. Sodium, natural traces, essential for cellular hydration, nerve transmission, blood pressure regulation. Bicarbonates, pH buffering, digestive function, kidney health. Sulfates, detoxification, joint health, protein synthesis. Trace minerals, zinc, iron, selenium, silica. This water wasn't just liquid, it was a mineral delivery system, and the body recognized it as such.
The transformation of American water. The sanitation revolution. Late 1800s, early 1900s. American cities grew rapidly. Problem: rivers became sewers, wells became contaminated. Disease spread through water. Cholera, typhoid, dysentery. Thousands died. Solution: municipal water treatment. 1908, first chlorinated water supply in Jersey City. Within decades, nearly every American city had treated water. Waterborne disease plummeted. This was progress, necessary progress. But what the treatment process does. Modern municipal water treatment. Step 1. Source water. Usually rivers, lakes, or reservoirs, often already degraded by pollution, agriculture, industry. Step 2. Coagulation. Chemicals like aluminum sulfate are added. Particles clump together. Step 4. Flocculation. Gentle stirring forms larger clumps, floc. Step 5. Sedimentation. Heavy floc settles to the bottom. Step 6. Filtration. Water passes through sand, gravel, and charcoal, removes particles, removes minerals. Step 7. Disinfection. Chlorine or chloramine is added, kills microorganisms, leaves chemical residue. Step 8. pH adjustment. Sometimes fluoride is added, controversial in many communities. The result: microbiologically safe water, but minerally depleted and chemically altered. Comment: Can you taste chlorine in your tap water? Most Americans can. Home filtration makes it worse. Carbon filters. Remove chlorine, good. Remove some heavy metals, good. Remove beneficial minerals, bad. Reverse osmosis, RO, removes 95 to 99% of everything, including calcium, magnesium, potassium. Water comes out nearly distilled, biologically dead. Popular in American homes, marketed as pure, but pure does not equal functional.
The science of real hydration. Why pure water doesn't hydrate well. Here's what nobody tells you. Hydration isn't about water volume. It's about water plus electrolytes entering cells. How it works. Your cells have sodium-potassium pumps. These pumps control what enters cells, control what exits cells, maintain fluid balance. To function, they need sodium and potassium. When you drink mineral-depleted water, water enters your stomach, passes to your intestines, is absorbed into your bloodstream, but struggles to enter cells. Why? Without electrolytes, the pumps can't work efficiently. Result, you drink and drink and drink, but urinate constantly. Water passes through without truly hydrating. Worse, mineral-poor water can dilute your electrolytes. If you drink large amounts of demineralized water and your diet doesn't replace electrolytes, you can develop hyponatremia, blood sodium too low, extreme fatigue, mental confusion, in severe cases, seizures, coma. Happens to marathon runners who drink too much water without salt replacement. Share this with anyone who exercises heavily. This is critical. The American context. The United States has extreme climate diversity, but many regions experience hot summers, high humidity, south, southeast, dry heat, southwest. In all cases, Americans sweat, especially working outdoors, exercising, in summer heat, in humid conditions. When you sweat, you lose water, sodium, primary electrolyte in sweat, potassium, magnesium, calcium. If you replace only with demineralized water, you're not fully rehydrating. You're diluting what's left. Historical American workers, farmers, miners, railroad workers, they drank water from wells, naturally mineralized, and they ate salted meat, sodium, potatoes, potassium, beans, magnesium, milk, calcium, bread with salt. Natural electrolyte replacement. Today, many Americans drink bottled, purified water, often RO, or heavily filtered tap water, and eat low-sodium diets, fear of high blood pressure, processed foods, isolated sodium, no other minerals, insufficient whole foods, and wonder why they're always tired. The chronic dehydration experience. You can be chronically dehydrated even drinking a gallon a day. Signs of chronic dehydration. Constant fatigue. Cells can't produce energy without proper hydration plus electrolytes. Frequent headaches. Brain needs adequate hydration. Dizziness upon standing. Low blood pressure from electrolyte imbalance. Muscle cramps. Magnesium and potassium deficiency. Dry skin. Inadequate hydration in deep layers. Constipation. Intestines need water and magnesium. Brain fog. Brain is 73% water but needs electrolytes to function. Dark urine, despite drinking lots of water, sign of poor absorption. Many Americans experience this and think it's normal, or think they're not drinking enough water, so they drink more demineralized water, and the problem worsens.
What we lost. Water as system, not liquid. Historically, water wasn't viewed in isolation. It was part of a system. Water, plus food, plus physical work, plus sweat, plus replenishment equals balance. American farmer, 1920s. Morning. Wakes at dawn, breakfast, eggs, bacon, bread, butter, salted food. Works in fields, intense physical labor, sweats heavily, loses water plus electrolytes. Midday, drinks water from the well, naturally mineralized, eats meat, potatoes, vegetables, bread, naturally replaces electrolytes. Afternoon, continues working, drinks more well water, perhaps molasses, sugar plus minerals. Evening, similar dinner, rest. System worked because loss plus replacement, mineralized water plus salted food equals balance. Today, sedentary office worker. Morning, wakes, coffee, maybe fruit, little salt. Works sitting, air conditioning, minimal sweating, low electrolyte loss. Lunch, low sodium meal, fear of hypertension. Or fast food, refined salt, no other minerals. Afternoon, continue sitting, drinks RO water, no minerals. Evening, light dinner, screens until late, poor sleep quality. System doesn't work because low loss plus low replacement plus demineralized water equals chronic imbalance. Comment: does this describe your day? Many will relate.
The modern consequences. What happens with inadequate hydration? Chronic fatigue. ATP, cellular energy, requires magnesium. Without magnesium, no energy, even with 8-hour sleep. Cognitive problems. Brain needs electrolytes for neurotransmitters. Chronic dehydration equals brain fog, poor memory, difficulty concentrating, affects work performance. Muscle issues. Frequent cramps, muscle soreness, slow recovery after exercise, affects athletic performance. Digestive problems. Chronic constipation. Intestines need water plus magnesium. Demineralized water doesn't solve it. Hormonal imbalances. Aldosterone regulates sodium and potassium, becomes dysregulated, affects blood pressure, energy, mood. Increased healthcare costs. Americans spend billions on supplements. Magnesium, potassium, calcium could be partially addressed with proper water. And people go to doctors and are told, drink more water, take magnesium supplement, take blood pressure medication. But nobody asks, what type of water do you drink? Do you replace electrolytes? Does your diet have sufficient minerals? The path to balance, functional water for Americans. You don't need to drink from Pioneer wells, but you can apply the principles. 1. Choose mineralized water. Options in America. Natural spring water, bottled. Check label for mineral content. Look for calcium, 20 to 50 milligrams per liter, magnesium, 10 to 30 milligrams per liter, bicarbonates, 100 to 300 milligrams per liter. Good brands: Mountain Valley Spring Water, Gerolsteiner, German import, high minerals, Topo Chico, naturally carbonated, mineral-rich, Evian, moderate minerals. Avoid purified water, often just RO tap water, Dasani, Aquafina, purified municipal water. If you have RO system, remineralize. Add pinch of quality salt, Celtic Himalayan, 1/4 teaspoon per 2 liters, or use trace mineral drops available on Amazon. 2. Rethink salt. Stop fearing quality salt. Your body needs sodium. Use Celtic sea salt, Himalayan sea salt, Redmond real salt, mined in Utah, mineral-rich. Avoid table salt, isolated sodium, ultra-processed foods, refined salt plus chemicals. 3. Foods that support hydration. High in potassium, bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, beans, coconut water, unsweetened. High in magnesium, nuts, almonds, cashews, seeds, pumpkin, sunflower, dark leafy greens, dark chocolate, 85% plus. High in calcium, dairy, sardines with bones, sesame seeds, kale. 4. Smart hydration for active Americans. If you work outdoors, exercise regularly,
live in hot, humid climate, you need water plus electrolytes, not just water. Homemade solutions. DIY electrolyte water. 1 liter, 1/4 teaspoon quality salt, 1/4 teaspoon salt-free potassium, new salt, available in grocery stores, juice of 1 lemon, optional, 1 tablespoon raw honey, or LMNT packets, clean electrolyte powder, coconut water, unsweetened. Listen to your body. Signs of good hydration. Urine pale yellow, not clear. Stable energy. No headaches. Hydrated skin. Good digestion. Signs of adequate electrolytes. No cramps. No dizziness when standing. Good mental clarity. Quick recovery after exercise. The fundamental principle. Water isn't just H2O. Functional water is H2O plus minerals plus context. Pioneer water worked because it carried minerals, it entered active bodies, and it was part of a balanced system. Modern water fails when it's demineralized, it enters sedentary bodies, and it's consumed in isolation. The problem was never water quantity, it was removal of minerals, separation from food context, loss of knowledge about real hydration, return to functional water, not just liquid. Modern water is clean. That's not the problem. The problem is that cleanliness replaced completeness. Water doesn't weaken you because it's water. It weakens you when it becomes just liquid, disconnected from minerals, movement, and biological context. If this video changed how you see hydration, hit like so more Americans discover this, and subscribe to Built for Another World. We recover ancestral wisdom adapted from modern America. And share with anyone who's tired despite drinking enough water. And comment, do you feel truly hydrated? What water do you drink? Will you change anything after this? Maybe the problem was never drinking too little water, but drinking water without what always made it work, the minerals that allowed it to actually sustain life. The body didn't fail, the system did. And you just discovered the difference.